Hey everybody, my name's Ed. Okay, so we're gonna have another comic book haul. Before we get to that, I just wanted to talk about a couple things really quick. I really actually wanted to talk about the whole thing with COPPA that's going on. I'd seen a few, videos by people that showed up in my feed, and I did get some sort of email from YouTube or whatever. And originally, I didn't pay too much attention to it. I Yeah, I just figured, okay, it's another one of their copyright things or whatever. I'll get to it whenever I get to it. But I happened to see part of one of Howard Mouse's videos that he did about it, and it made me like kind of stand up and take a little bit of pay a little attention. So basically, my understanding is the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, went after YouTube basically because there's some law that goes back to the late 90s or whatever, supposedly to protect children online so people don't grab their information and use it for targeted ads and things like that. So, okay, fine. I think they had went after YouTube, several years ago, and YouTube said, no, everything's on the up and up. Our channel is really for people who are 13 and up, and this law is to protect people who are 13 and under, of course. So then I guess the FTC made notice that YouTube was in fact grabbing information from people who were watching shows that YouTube does have on that is targeted towards children. So there was a big court battle, and part of the settlement is YouTube had to pay X millions of dollars or whatever, and make amends or whatever. So YouTube's answer to all this is from now on, they're going to have two categories for all the videos that they show. It's either for children 13 and under, or not for children, meaning 13 and up. And it sounds reasonable, but I guess what's going to happen is, or you can have, if you've got a channel, you can say your channel is mixed viewership. Some videos are for 13 and up, some videos are for 13 and under. It's a problem for a lot of people. On one hand, if you're somebody that does do videos that you think are, real family friendly and you think are safe for small children, basically what's going to happen is your videos are not going to be recommended. You can't share the videos. There's no community tab anymore. And so, and of course, for those particular videos, they won't collect information the same way they collect, demographic information they use on their other videos. And basically, if you're somebody that has your video that's, for kids, if you're an independent creator, basically your video is going to get buried. There's basically no way you can promote your channel on YouTube itself. Okay, if you think, well, okay, I'll just mark all my videos not for kids. You think you're safe, but maybe not, because basically the whole idea is it's not just what you think, who you think your intended audience is, and who's actually watching your videos. It's what YouTube thinks is for kids, and what the FTC says is for kids. So, and that's, I think, the big fear. I think I know most of the people who watch my videos are adults. Okay, fine. Even though I do a channel about comic books, occasionally I talk about movies and anime and things like that. But children don't watch my videos, and I don't aim my videos at children. I sit here, even if I'm talking about some nostalgic thing, about some Fantastic Four comic book I read when I was 10 years old, I don't expect that audience to be actual people who are 10 years old now. I'm drinking beer, I'm dropping things, and I'm cursing or whatever. I don't curse every day, but you know what I'm saying. And, it's a big nostalgia trip for me when I do stuff like that. Or I might review things that I think are kind of kid-friendly or family-friendly or PG-13. But again, I'm not I don't imagine I'm talking to children when I'm doing these videos. But like I said, the descriptions of what is and is not a children's video is very vague. And like I said, it's not just up to, it is up to us as creators, but YouTube's got their own, they're going to be making their own sweeps and things like that. And that's the scary part, because their algorithms are really crappy. Anybody that's been paying attention to the realm of YouTube outside of like kind of the nerd channels and hobby channels and things like that. I mean, you know what happened with the whole Steven Crowder thing and whatnot. And if you don't know, basically, I'll just go into a real quick thing. Basically, there was a controversy about Steven Crowder is a comedian. He does a lot of political humor and things like that. There was accusations that he was, bullying another social media star who worked for Vox, whatever. First, YouTube said he didn't violate their terms of their standards and practice, and then they said he did, and they ended up saying, well, we're going to demonetize a lot of these political channels. They ended up demonetizing right-wing channels. They demonetized a lot of left-wing channels. But a lot of people who were not political channels ended up getting hit. People were doing educational channels. People were doing history channels because their algorithms couldn't understand the difference. And I think that's the big problem. Like I said, if I do a video about the Fantastic Four, and I don't know, I'm talking about, like I said, I'm either going on a nostalgia trip, or I'm talking about political implications of, I don't know, Cold War or whatever, and using that comic book as an illustration, I'm obviously, or as an example, sure, I'm aiming at adults, but is the algorithm going to think because it's the Fantastic Four and the Fantastic Four were in a kid's cartoon at one point, is it then a video aimed at kids? Is that what the algorithm's going to think? And if so, you're somebody who could possibly get hit with a fine of, I think they said, $42,000. If they think you're somehow abusing the system or whatever. So it's going to be really interesting what's going to happen in the next 6 months. I think the new rules and regulations don't go in effect until January. But I think there's a lot of people who are like really concerned. Some I've since watched other people's videos talking about the whole COPPA thing, COPPA thing, and some people are like, hey, YouTube's already gone in and they've already pre-marked my videos. Half my videos are for kids now. I don't know if there's even a point in doing them anymore, and things like that. Some people are afraid that they don't want to get hit with a fine, so they're deleting old videos or whatever. So, like I said, it's very weird and it's very vague, and it's basically YouTube trying to skirt responsibility for what they do with the site. It's no secret that, them and Facebook and whatever make their money by selling advertisers your demographic information. And that's why the FTC went after them. It wasn't a thing about protecting children from, inappropriate behavior or anything like that. It's, protecting children from weird business practices. And like I said, YouTube is just trying to skirt that responsibility and shift it to the, like I said, independent creators. And that's the killing part of it. Because while I'm responsible for the things that I say and do on video and put out there to the world, I'm not the person collecting info, okay, and selling it to whatever advertisers. I'm not the big tech guy. I mean, I know who watches my videos when I look at the analytics, when people comment on the videos or and whatnot, or communicate with me. That's how I know. But I'm not selling it to big car companies and Coca-Cola and AARP and whomever else, But But there you go. It's just funny to me, you know. You know, YouTube is on the ball when it comes to these copyright strikes and things like that. But when it comes to things that they're actually, you know, them and Google and whoever else, when it comes to dealing with your, you know, information and who they sell it to and what they do with it, it's like, oh, we don't know. But yeah, like I said, it's going to be funny to see what, or interesting to see what happens in the next couple of months. And like I said, a lot of people are kind of like really nervous because nobody wants to be that first guy who gets pinched. Nobody wants to be. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Nobody wants to be that test case, you know, because if the FTC decides to come after a creator, you know, and I know it's not going to be Warner Brothers, right? They're not going to say, hey, Warner Brothers, on your channel, you said your channel was 13 and up, but you aired that Aquaman trailer. Aquaman was in the Super Friends. The Super Friends appeals to children. You've violated, you know, whatever. You know, that's not who's going to get pinched. It's going to be Joe Schmucko who does, you know, some nostalgia channel or some gaming channel or some toy collector channel or something like that. So yeah, so that's where we're at right now. Okay, so anyway, wait, did I have anything else to say about that? Oh, I guess I think it's the other thing I had to say about it. I didn't go through all my videos. I did check like a couple of the most recent videos that I put up, and then a couple of real old ones. And I saw where that I saw where the option is to click, you know, for kids or not for kids, and it didn't look like YouTube had done anything to it. And I'm, you know, like I said, I haven't gone through all of them. I'm wondering if it's just because my channel is not monetized and it's so small, it's just not worth them dealing with. But we'll see. I probably will. Well, we'll see what happens in the next month or so. I'll probably just go ahead and make my stuff, you know, not for kids. And it's not for kids anyway. And not for kids means 13 and up, which is basically who I thought was watching my videos regardless. So we'll see. We will see. So let's show you some videos that I bought, or some comics I bought today. I've had a weird work schedule, so I didn't get to the comic book store last week, and I'm kind of behind on reading stuff. But all right. Okay, so we've got Fight Club 3 number 10. This actually came out like a couple weeks ago, but my store didn't have it, but now they finally got it. Fight Club. Some wholesome family reading right there, right? X-Men number 2. Mary Jane number 2. The Amazing Mary Jane number 2. Punisher Soviet number 1. King Thor number 3. Conan the Barbarian 11. Conan the Barbarian number 10. Deadpool number 1. Hazel and Cha-Cha Save Christmas. Tales from the Umbrella Academy. One shot. Let's see if you can make that out. See. Bring it in a little bit closer. Safe Sex number 3. This is a different artist than the first 2 issues. Is this? Drawn and colored by Alex Ranger Gutierrez. Okay. Dr. Mirage number 4. Oh, look at this. An ad for Bloodshot, the graphic novel that inspired the movie. Who's in that movie? Vin Diesel? Is that right? I think Vin Diesel is playing Bloodshot in the upcoming Bloodshot movie. I think. Moonshine, number 13. Took a chance on this, Heartbeat by Maria Lovett or LaVey. I have no idea what it's about. But I kind of like this art in here. It looked kind of intriguing. So I gotta give it a shot there. It's actually really nice looking, I think. And then Gideon Falls, number 18. All right, and that's it. Okay, so I've got another video planned, and it's probably the same video that I keep vaguely mentioning for the last 2 weeks. But like I said, the last 2 weeks, I just had a really weird work schedule, and it was just impossible for me to get around to shooting and things. But I will shoot it this weekend and try to have it up sometime in the middle of the week next week. If not, then I've got another video that I've been sitting on, and I'll just release that one. So, all right, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. You guys have a good day.